Welcome out there to my program again. Always a pleasure to be here and always a pleasure to have you out there in the audience. Before I get to my two guests, I want to give out the legal tip of the week. Now this is based on some estate planning, and I think that you'll be very interested in what I have to say. Now, we have a lot of discussion in regards to life estates. Sometimes an elderly person wants to convey a piece of property to their children, but they want to be sure they can remain in the building, in the home, throughout their life. And that's called a life estate. A deed is drawn up. However, a life estate is reserved for the elderly person. Now, one thing good about it, one thing you should be aware of, there's a 5-year look back. So if it was done today and the elderly person were to go into a nursing home, of course you haven't met the 5-year threshold. And you need to wait 5 years, otherwise the state of Massachusetts could then assess against the property. So if anyone who thinks of or would like to pass their piece of property to their children or someone else, take into consideration the calculation of the 5-year look-back period. Now, one thing that's very interesting about a life estate, let's say the life tenant, that's what the person eventually is called, purchased a house years ago for $50,000. But today, it might be worth $250,000, well, let's say $300,000. The remainder person, the person that the life tenant grants the property to is called the remainder person, and the basis for that person, for tax purposes, will be the current basis. So if the house is currently worth $300,000, the basis of the property will increase from $50,000 to $300,000. There might be some other calculations in there, but that's the basic idea, the general rule, so that taxes on that piece of property would not begin unless later, if the property increases in value above $300,000. Now, one thing that does, it avoids probate. So you have to remember that anything that's jointly owned will not be part of probate. So all property, in this case, this would be not in the life tenant's possession. So that would not be a probatable asset. And anything else that's conveyed or held jointly, bank accounts, insurance policies, remember, no probate, so that avoids getting involved with the probate court, and sometimes it can be expensive. The other thing I want to mention rather quickly is the durable power of attorney. One thing about a durable power of attorney, it survives incompetency. So if someone were to grant a durable power of attorney and then become incompetent, the durable power of attorney remains in force for the incompetent person. And that's important because if you might get into, without something like that, there might be a question of conservatorship, which involves money, and then you have the guardianship, which is of a person. So they're two different things. So keep in mind the durable power of attorney. The last thing is the healthcare proxy, and that's kind of familiar to a lot of people these days. What you do is you grant someone to be your agent, and if you have some health problems later on, the doctor will look to the healthcare proxy, people around you will look to the healthcare proxy as to what kind of medical service provision you would want. So keep that in mind, and these are things that are helpful in the legal tip of the week. And now for my guests. I have a couple of gentlemen who have been on here before, and they're very active in the community and very successful in what they do. And we're going to be talking about a gala event that's going to be held at the Venus De Milo not too long from now. It's a fundraiser. It's an annual fundraiser, and it's for the Faxon Animal
Care and
Care.
Adoption Center.
and
Adoption Center.
an adoption center.
Follow, well, look.
Okay, John Panarese.
Is that his name?
Well, you told me that was his name.
Well, I got signed, I've got to hang out. I don't know. Is John, is your
John, thank you.
And you're
Chuck.
Chuck
sign?
Gregory.
You're Richard?
What?
There's your sign. Bob the Minion said hi.
We didn't have any
And there's Mike.
any verification,
So
John. Is this
Steve
Chuck
can-
Gregory?
It is Chuck Gregory.
Yes,
Before
lucky you.
Not a
before we
sit-in.
start on the event, I was telling you earlier,
Yeah.
someone was lucky enough to be watching the last show that we were on. It was called Wheels for Paws. It was our first annual motorcycle ride. Someone watching your show, Richard, saw it, came down that Sunday morning, purchased a ticket towards the bike, $100, and he won the bike because he watched your show.
$24,000 motorcycle.
That's right.
He made $16,000 because of us.
So
You.
he turned it back in or sold it?
He got the bike certificate and sold it back to the dealership for $16,000, and the dealership sold the money and made money on it.
Wow.
That's a good deal all around.
That's a
What camera were we working at? That one?
that's a bonanza. So pay attention. Maybe there's some kind of
Pay attention here.
16,000. I mean, that's got to be a historic record for my show anyway.
One ticket, he showed up, $100. 2 hours later,
And that
$16,000.
was at the Liberal Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at the Liberal Club, and that was a great event. I don't want to dwell on that event, but we had over 170 bikes, and we raised about $25,000,
Oh, you
which
did
was
very well.
is great for a first-time run.
Okay, we'll pass that event for the moment. That's history, and we'll move on to what's coming up next at the Venus De Milo.
Well, let me start, because you got all the details, okay?
Yes.
Okay. It's called Paws and Claws. Paws and Claws go to Hollywood. And it's a gala, it's a dinner and dance, and we're giving out awards, and it's the tickets are selling well. My
Now, you
goodness.
say a gala. Is
Yes,
this
Hollywood.
not black tie or anything?
Oh,
like that,
yes,
so-
it is.
Well, you know, I put on the poster "Dress to Impress."
Yeah.
It's not a black tie affair, but we will have red carpet and paparazzi. So, you know what? You could
Wow.
you can do your thing. This is the league's.
So gentlemen should dress well, suits, ties,
Yeah.
and ladies,
If somebody shows up in a sweatshirt, you better be lugging dishes to the kitchen.
how about sneakers?
Yeah, I've done that.
Well,
Yeah.
Chuck, I think
I've done that.
I think
I'm
Chuck
doing it
is
now.
Chuck is coming down with his zoot suit. I
So
think.
I will
suits
dress
it.
to impress. Nobody's going to watch, but
that's not too familiar these days, that term.
ask me when the event is.
Well, okay.
Is that a leading question?
we were going to get to that, Chuck.
It's November 5th. That's a Saturday.
We still have almost 20 minutes. I know.
Night.
A safe
The last time he was on my show, John, before you ever came on,
Yeah.
I asked him one question. He burnt up a whole half
Show's
hour
over.
with the answer.
I'll be with you in a minute.
So, when is the event?
November 5th. It's a Saturday. It's at the Venus. That's in Swansea.
Saturday evening.
Yes. And
And,
it's, show up at what time?
It starts at 5:30.
Yep.
We will have. It's basically this is our 7th annual
Wait a minute.
gala.
Are you going to do a lot of details?
No, I'm going to just.
Because I want to write it down.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
wow,
just
look at that.
Good.
That's quite a
5:30.
pen.
5:30. Doors open.
Even right.
We will have entertainment. It's a sit-down dinner.
Like what kind of entertainment?
We have a DJ that's available. There'll also be an open bar for 1 hour,
Open bar.
and we have a
I
special.
give up drinking. They have an open bar.
We
Yeah.
we have a
Could
special
always go back to it.
drink that we created. It's called a tail wagger. So you'd have to come to the event to taste it. So there's not only the sit-down dinner, we have live and silent auction items. I could get into those later.
No,
And-
what kind of sit-down dinner do you expect people to have?
Chicken or fish?
Well, there's a baked stuffed chicken and then a fish, and we also have, for those that are vegetarian, a vegetarian plate.
Sounds interesting.
Veggie ratatouille.
After 1 hour at the open bar, it's probably
What do you care? Your life's ruined anyway.
You have cameramen around, or is that,
Oh, yeah.
no, is that prohibited?
We do. If it's anything like our event last year where we had, the theme was a masquerade gala, this is going to be a really fun event. Last year we had about 300 people that attended, so we're expecting at least 300 people.
Oh, that's a big crowd.
And as
Main ballroom?
main ballroom,
Big ballroom.
and why is Chuck here, aside from being on the committee? Part of our event is that
Is there any committee you're not on?
No, that's what he's got. That's what
He's
the man going to
actually
talk about.
He actually behaves on this committee. He does a lot.
Well,
I don't know how I screwed that up, but anyway.
you need a medal just for that, John.
Well, part of the event, which is an important part of the event, as an organization, we recognize people in the community that make a difference, and it's not only what someone may have done for the Animal Rescue League, but what they do, their civic engagement in the community, their work with nonprofits. And one of our honorees is sitting right between us,
Wow.
Mr. Chuck Gregory.
Congratulations.
And let me explain that. I was there 1 week and chose Kim Butterfield
This better be a good explanation.
and Joe, that's Joe Marshall's daughter, and I nominated Carl Garcia. Well, I didn't go to the next meeting, so they were making placemats, they were making ornaments and stuff, so I didn't go. And he brought it up, and I got unanimously nominated. I didn't even know about it.
What we also do is recognize a business in the community that's been supportive of our organization. And this year, we chose Fall River Municipal Credit Union, so Matt Shondek will be in attendance.
So this is, you're going to have a head table? Or
No, we just have,
basically
walk up.
just presentation?
Walk
There'll
up.
be announcements of these awards and people will come forward?
yeah,
Receive the award?
We're not big on long-winded speeches, Chuck.
Oh,
I am the speaker. I have 3.5 minutes.
But as they
Right,
do,
It will go down in history.
Yeah, it's the
as they
shortest
do,
speech you've ever
you know,
made.
as
in
they
your
do
life.
at the Emmys and the Tonys, you know,
Yeah.
when someone is talking too much, they start playing the music.
3.5 minutes to make the awards?
I don't even need that. No, that's my
No.
speech. I'm the last one to get the yada, yada, yada. I'm the
Okay,
last
so
one.
you're gonna open
And
it
then
up
I'm
with
just
a
gonna walk to the
3.5 minute
microphone.
speech?
I'm just going to walk up to the microphone and start. And it's a lovely tantrum. Everybody will be delighted. We've worked on it. We've already had rehearsals for it, the whole shebang. It's going to be, you'll never
Richard,
forget
this
it.
is an upscale
Yes.
event.
Yes.
It doesn't mean you need to wear a tuxedo. And you don't have to be an animal lover to attend.
It's a night out.
Right. And that's a good segue into a ticket. An individual ticket is $60, but if you buy a table of 8, it's $50, and
Table of 8 or 10?
8, 9, or 10, it's reduced to $50.
All right.
And since everybody wins on your show, by unanimous vote and decision, we picked out a name, and we have a fabulous ticket here for Richard Urban.
Wow. How did that happen?
Sitting at one of my tables. It is a thank you. And we're not doing it because you're here and we're pals and all that stuff. We're doing it because you put a lot of people on. You do a lot of stuff. You get your points
In the right
across.
way.
In the right way. And you deserve a gift, and that's our gift.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great night, and I'll look forward to it and
You'll
feel
be
very
right there.
comfortable sitting there and enjoying myself.
And we will have, quite a few people do attend this. And the
Are we sitting at your table, Chuck?
Yes.
So, in other words, the tables are labeled?
They will be, yes.
yeah,
because
they'll
people's
be
names?
reserved.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
And it's You have to see this. It's beautifully decorated. Our volunteers have created our own.
Now, how many people, how many volunteers, roughly?
We have about at least 18 people
About 18, yeah. 18
on our committee.
And they all work. There's no hanger around us.
Yeah.
They
so
all
that-
work.
That 18 people.
If anything, John and I get the glory. And,
You can put a lot of things
you know,
in.
that's awful
Now,
to
when
say.
you say decorating, the tables will be set up normally anyway.
Anyway, but-
So what's the
But
additions?
we have a color theme, and we have a.
I don't know if I have the
with a
decoration.
Hollywood theme.
Centerpieces in?
Yes.
Beautiful.
That have been made by us. And of course, I usually have a beautiful ice sculpture based on the theme. And we have fabulous silent auction items. And I'd like to get into some of the live auction items we're going to have because they are fabulous.
Be my guest. Go ahead.
Number one, we've always, over the years, said, we need a trip, we need a trip. So this year, we have round-trip tickets to the Azores.
Yeah.
San Miguel?
San Miguel.
San Miguel, I'm sorry.
So that's one of the silent?
And
Yeah.
back and forth. I mean, you can come
It's
back.
round-trip, and it includes,
That's
He
not,
says, trip there.
and
See
so
ya.
that's not for a deportation?
20,000 to
and-
get home.
and it includes hotels. It's, I believe, 6 nights, 5 nights, 6 days, and the Lintz Hotel. I'm not familiar with
So
that.
that's a trip there and back and the hotel?
And the hotel and the meals.
Yes.
And how much, how much does a ticket cost at the?
Well, the trip is valued at $2,400.
Yeah.
So, aside from that, we have I have a great autographed Tom Brady jersey. It's framed and everything. And we have Big Poppy's retiring. We have a beautiful memorial.
Yeah. Memorable.
In honor of Big Poppy. It's framed. It's,
Now, let me ask you this. Will you have a guest speaker? Or is that not part
No,
of it?
no, it's not. Mine is just to conclude the awards. And it's
Okay,
going to
so
be
there's
fun.
no speeches.
And gone.
In our
That's it.
program book,
No
we,
political people
No,
announced?
no.
well, they'll be there. This
Well,
is
yes,
not
we're
a
gonna give awards.
political.
No announcements of
No,
politicians?
this is, of course, I believe the mayor will be attending. So
will
as
be.
mayor,
He
he
told me
will
today.
welcome people, and some of the. No great speeches. We have the Reverend Lawrence, who's always invited to give the
Invocation.
blessing, invocation. And it's going to be great food. It's a time to really, a time of celebration. I was, one of my board members was telling me she went to a reunion. And, every 5 years, a high school reunion. And she got together with the people, and they said, it's way too long in between reunions, 5 years.
Yeah.
So we talked about it. We said, you know what? That would be a great event for the people that you were at your reunion with to come to this event every year so you don't have to wait 5 years, so that you're not only getting together, but you're supporting a great cause.
Yeah. So a class could have their little reunion right
sure,
there
right in
that
the-
night?
Like you would do on a Christmas
kind of a
party.
mini prior to
yeah.
a reunion.
Like a Christmas party at White's or that Venus, where they have like 25 parties in one room.
Yeah.
You can do that.
So that,
And there's going to be raffles. Mikey will be there
Oh, yeah?
raffling off tickets. Yeah, he does well.
Some of the other raffles that we have is a scratch ticket basket.
Yeah.
and that
What-
could be almost anything.
That could be almost anything. Then
as
we
far
have,
as the amount of money.
right, you could possibly win $1 million.
Wow, that's enough to buy a ticket and go.
Yeah, let's take a shot at that. Yeah.
So, why the Venus De Milo?
This which
We've had it
Been there.
there. This is our 3rd year
Oh, at the Venus.
at the Venus. They treat us well,
Yeah.
and
Now, will there be any like hors d'oeuvres, something to pick at
yes.
before the main
yeah, they always
Yeah,
do that
little
anyway.
cheese
Yeah,
and crackers
yeah,
and all that stuff?
yeah.
An
And I-
open bar. I
For an
mean,
hour.
Yeah, for an
Make a
hour.
life out of it.
God.
Yes.
I mean, back in the days when,
Oh,
when an
remember?
hour meant
Oh,
an
remember?
hour.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it's
What hour do you want?
it's beer, wine, and then our signature drink.
Yep.
And what is that?
A tail wagger. You'll have to
And
come and see.
find
Bring your
out.
tail.
Our colors are red, black, and gold. So the drink is kind
Now,
of
will
a
the
combination
waitresses and waiters be dressed up in costumes?
No.
You know, like,
You can only go so far in this world,
okay.
you know. God almighty.
I mean,
Monty will have a suit on, that's it.
I mean, Chuck has paparazzi that follow him all
Oh,
over the
yeah,
place, so I'm sure they'll
it's
be
getting
there
catchy.
that night.
Yeah.
I'll have cameras on
Yeah,
me.
but you know, you got to tell those people that
well-deserved,
follow you.
and you'll never forget
Chuck,
it. You'll be
I
fine.
don't like to say this. I know there's an audience out there, but those paparazzi that follow you, you know those things with the
Facebook.
big flash of sulfur?
yeah.
I mean, you can't do that anymore. You tell them to stay outside. Outside is all right, 'cause
Yes.
that smoke
Inside,
and
none
all
of
that
that.
flash.
And we have special guests coming in that he doesn't know about, so it'll be fine.
As you can see by our poster here, we have our Hollywood
Can we get that on
Dogs.
camera? Yeah, there it is, right there.
the one-
beautiful design poster, lights, cameras, action.
Yeah, look at that.
We have a larger one that John forgot. It's in the
Well,
office.
that's
There.
fine, because it really shows up
It does.
there
Yep.
quite clearly. And, okay, tickets,
someone-
who do they contact for tickets?
They can call the shelter at 508-679-1061.
Okay, the fax
Or
and shelter.
676, I'm sorry, I'm giving the clinic.
You're in a telephone book, or
Yes.
online, are you online?
Yes, we are. We do have a web page dedicated to this
Just for
event.
this event.
So it's 508-676-1061, or they can call my line at 508-646-9663.
Okay, now,
And
as
if they
far
see
as,
me, I gotta
as far as
stop it.
payment, cash or check or
Cash or check.
Cash, check.
credit card, you know,
No.
you're not, are you,
Oh, yes, we will
There,
have,
I'm not gonna use the credit card on the street.
we do have portable credit card machines.
and you'll have that at the Venus?
Yes,
Yeah.
So tickets will be sold at the door, too?
yes, but,
Let us know you're coming.
you know, we
Yeah.
have 350 tickets out, so
Yeah.
the room
But you
only
really
holds so
want,
much.
you really want payment before.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
so we don't, you know, have
Can
a
I
fight with the
mention
food.
one
Yeah.
thing,
know.
Richard, because the question has come up a couple of times. When they see the poster, they say, well, is this like a fashion show for dogs? No, it's
No.
not.
And the dog does not wear glasses normally, it's on the poster.
It's
Now, you're a 501c3?
501c3 public charity.
Okay, that's under the laws of the federal government, 501c3. So any donation, so let's say someone wants to just give you $1,000 or $10,000, they're going to be able to take a donation because you're a 501c3.
Yes. Can I it's a good segue into,
Ta-da.
you know, people that, if they cannot attend, that's not a problem. We do have an opportunity for you to support the league. We still have ads in our program book, and we do have sponsorship levels, best picture, best actor, best director, best supporting actor, best music sponsor, and cinematography sponsor. That one there is $1,000 sponsorship. But with that comes seating for two. You get 2 free tickets.
All right.
And if you're a $15,000 sponsor, you get 15 tickets.
15,000, so $1,000 a ticket.
Seems fair to me.
Yeah, it's not
But
bad.
you're also, your company logo is all over the place,
Yeah.
and you get to be on our webpage for a year. And so it's a worthwhile
And you'll be
cause.
putting this in the Herald News, I imagine, Chuck's
Yep,
paper, the
yep,
Tribune, so this will, in other words,
Ongoing.
this is October, you have October, well, it's
The
coming
Herald ran
fast,
an article
actually.
last week. I've
2.5
got some stuff
weeks.
coming out next week.
Yeah, how long have you been working on this?
For at least 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months.
All
yeah.
right, okay.
First meeting was in February.
I'm sure
I
you
think.
realize that a lot of work goes into putting together a gala event. And our promise is that if you come to the event, as he says in the Gladiator movie, you will be entertained.
Yeah,
And
I didn't say that.
who said it?
I don't know.
Russell Crowe.
Oh, Russell Crowe, okay.
And You'll probably see a lot of people that you know in the community there.
Now, okay, so it's dinner at 7:30, and by what, 10:30, pretty much over?
10:30, 11. And
What's the sequence when we go there?
You'll have dancing? There'll be
yeah,
dancing?
there'll be some
Will there
dancing.
be a dedicated dance floor for dancing?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's important to
It's
allow.
out there in front of the stage.
You know,
anyway.
and I just
Yeah.
want to add, there are companies in the community that are very supportive. Bay Coast Bank, Bank 5, Tony Cordero Insurance, Fall River Municipal Credit Union. And we ask,
Getting down to the end of the program, so get your
oh, we
last-
are?
Yeah, go 4
Boy,
minutes
this
to go.
went quickly.
Well, you know,
When you're having fun,
Chuck,
it goes.
talks a
If
lot.
I've been very good this evening. Mike's mad.
Want to mention any other names? Sometimes.
No, they'll get them, because if we miss anybody, I'll feel like,
Yeah.
I'll feel
yeah,
crummy.
Yeah.
I mean, those are our main sponsors. Year after year, they support us. And we do have, you know, St. Anne's Credit Union gives us some support. But some of our volunteers work for these companies in Fall River that they really help. Without volunteers, we do not have an event.
Nope.
We do not have a league. So,
Yeah, you got to have the volunteers, that's for sure, these days. Everything being so
and Chuck is
expensive.
not only being on it, but he's a volunteer on this committee, and he's a very good volunteer
Oh,
on the
yeah.
committee.
Yeah, you're lucky
Yep.
to have Chuck do things for you because he works hard and, you know, he's very amicable and he gets the crowd moving, you
And
might
he
say.
gets, and he gets,
Don't tell anybody I'm likable, I'm telling
and
you
he
now.
gets,
No, I didn't say that.
and
No,
he
I
gets,
said amicable.
Get
and
over
he
that.
gets, and he gets very emotional, and he cried when we told him.
He shows up to the office, I thought like somebody stole all the dogs down there or something. He comes walking in, all sad. I started crying, oh no, what went wrong now?
What happened?
And he told me I was chosen by the committee.
Oh.
I was all very moved.
Yeah, well, that's good, so
Yep.
it should be a great night and
It's going to be one of the
urge
better
people
nights.
out there. You've heard all the aspects of the gala. Contact John or,
I've got tickets in the
Chuck.
office. They know where my office is downtown. 18 Purchase Street. Just
yeah.
bring your cash or check. That's about it. You're going to be there.
Well, I got the ticket.
You're going to be there.
My name will be on the table.
Follow this. You're going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
I will say one more. This year, this is a special fundraiser, and whether or not, if you cannot attend, please do make a donation. We're trying to raise money to purchase and install a commercial generator for our facility because we don't have one. When the power goes out, we run an animal, for all intents and purposes, an animal hospital.
Yeah. And you have
We
a
need-
veterinary services there?
Yes,
Sure.
we have
Right,
3
that's-
full-time vets. We have a
3 full-time?
Yes, we have about 10,000 active customers. We're very affordable. We provide high-quality health care for animals. And so this is important that we raise enough money so that we can do this, because last winter when the power went out for 2 days, what are you going to do with 54 cats and, 7 dogs?
Yeah, they
Just a second.
going to be taken care of.
Stop.
Stop. Your turn.
Okay, my turn. We're down to the end of the program, and you've heard, once again, what has been said about the gala. If you want the tickets, get in touch with the people who are involved. A great event, Venus De Milo. They always put on a good spread there, you might say, and this nice atmosphere, plus you've got the open bar. So, thank you out there for watching, and I'll see you next time.